Hello, and we have a very brand new data button. Right now, this data button is way more powerful. Its thinking abilities with its reasoning power and also its power to execute tasks. And I will build an app while I guide you through this entire workflow. Let's say I have an app in mind. It helps business easily create personalized AI avatars and turn them into short animated videos. That's the first description of my app. But here's a continue button. Here I will ask us to upload some requirements. I have already something prepared, the PDF file of each and every details, the specs of it, upload a PDF file. Next step, where if you have a website or images which you have in mind. So right now I have a very simplistic version, which is more like something which I drew in TL Draw. You can upload your Figma sketches. That should work very well. This is my sketch, which I just feeded data button with, and then I hit the continue button. I have this power of adding integration. So I want to implement authentication. There's Firebase Auth. You can also choose Superbase. File store, I'll choose. Payments, maybe we can just go for Stripe, but first we should build the MVP. Storage, the faster storage. I'll just hit the let's start button. Now, what data button would do is it will give me an outline of high level task where it processes all this information which we gave in the very beginning. Let's see how we can perform and execute each and every task now. All right, as you can see, data button has differentiated the entire app into a couple of tasks. So one of the first tasks which it chose was create a new brutalist landing page with key features and value proposition. Then I'll just start with this. In the right hand side, you can see data button has already activated the first start, which is AVA1, which is based on this avatar motion app. And the best part in data button, as I said, it's a reasoning agent, the observation, the plan, the next step, which data button will take. If I just open this, it has all this title, create a new Brutalist landing page. It has an entire description of it and the activity which data button is growing. It's everything jotted down in much details. And all right, if you see, there is an additional comment which came by here. If I just open this part of this task, there are two activities. One, starting the implementation of it, and then what it implemented, it also updated that. It's two-way sync. Whatever is done, it gets updated here. All right, I think everyone has finished this task. So if I just go now from the plan mode to the preview mode, it has this home page. I can just ask data button, is the task completed? So this is where you can also have a chat with the agent. This part is done. What I would do is go back here and just hit this button. So now what we did is we completed the very first task. Next task is set up the Firebase authentication and user profile management. Now you see this next task, it's already getting initiated and it's also asking me, would I like to add Firebase to our app or not? So I'll just hit the button, add Firebase. Now when I hit this button, this is where data button has a close integration with Firebase. So I pasted the Firebase config key and I just hit install Firebase. So when I say this part, data button will make sure that it install the login page, the logout page, and entire config details which is necessary. And then it restart the app. Once this is over, I'll show you how it looks like. Now the Firebase it's installed. You see the done button. And now if I go to the preview section of my app, two pages. One of them is the login page, which is like sign in with Google. And there's other page, which is the logout page. I will ask data button, can you make sure to add a similar thing and sign in the. So basically, you can always write down your thoughts, your way of syncing with the agent. I go back to the preview and I go to the login page exactly how I want it. This is the part where it becomes very powerful. Each and every changes and operations which you make is getting noted down over a particular ongoing task. I have finished this task. Can I complete it? Not yet. While we have successfully set up authentication and style login page, we still need to complete several key requirements. So it still have not finished this task. It tells me that create a profile page for managing account settings, implement the user profile management. Super. It's so smart here because that was something which we need to do. Let's do it. The button has created login, logout, and an additional profile page. First, I'll start with sign in with Google. Yes, it takes me to the profile page now. As you can see, it routes me from there to the profile page. We should also check with our Firebase. I come to authentication now. We have a new authenticated user here. And also, if I check the Firestore database now, it should have a new user. This task has complete. Great, let's do that. And now you say, yes, mark as done. And I hit the done button. The task 2 is completed. We are going step by step, task-wise, one after another. That's how the workflow. So the next part is implement the dashboard page with navigation and activity overview next. Yes, sir. Wow. I've completed the dashboard implementation. Yeah, so I think this task is over and I just hit this task button. So it's creating a new page for us in this preview section. User needs to upload a profile picture. Then we use a large language model to create an avatar out of it. I'll use replicate for this. Replicate provides all the models with an API. All right, so this is something which I would use here. I'll just copy this quickly. Research in this. Well, I'll make sure we implement the packages. So Databutton started to install the package, and it also prompted me to add the replicate API token. I hit the send button, and it will add the secret out here. Alright, so it looks like Databutton has not only created this avatar and rewrote the entire code base, it has also integrated this backend API to the front end of images. Alright, so it shows all the shit. Now the next part is develop the video generation page. I would also use replicate for this. If we go to the preview now, it should have a page which is the video page. It has created a new backend for us. It's a video generation backend while it's running. I'll just deploy it here, test deployment. And let's see, here we have done this end to end completely. What we did from the beginning is we just went task by task. And this was the last task, develop a video generation page with animation controls and update this time. I'll just discuss the progress out here. So the agent is more of a companion to us and having conversation with us in each and everything from the very first plan, which started here, and we cover from 1 to 5 all of them. And it's now saying that we have completed the core features and we check our deployed version here. It looks pretty sick, to be honest. And so I hit the start creation now, and I hit sign in with Google. I know if I want to create an avatar, no, some album, here we go. And we hit the generate avatar. Here we go. It doesn't look bad actually. And now if I go back to dashboard, here if I go to generate video, I'll just choose this one. Let him give the best picture of the gate. Let's see, and I hit the generate video of Sam Altman. And here we got video, and we have it. That's super sick, right? Yeah, we created it all here from scratch.